Let's check out what we have here, unique, especially in classics. This one's a 1954 MG TF. That's right, MG TF, and I didn't say kit car or replica or anything like that behind it. This is the real deal. The motor's in the front. It's not sitting on a Volkswagen platform with the motor in the rear. It's also all steel. It's not fiberglass. So the real deal. Inline 4-cylinder underneath the hood up front. That's 1250 cc's. 4-speed manual transmission. Let's take a look at the chrome, the bright work up front. Kind of an off-white or cream color with the tanner saddle interior. All right, still pictures, so you can see this thing from every angle. Underside, interior, engine bay, top up, top down. All the still pictures can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. That's going to take you right to our website. Of course, you can call us, 507-386-1726. Wire spoked wheels, knockoffs. Check that out. Paint shows well. There's a few imperfections here or there. I'll try to point out as we go around it. A couple real small ones over here in the passenger side. You can probably barely hardly see. You can see that chrome and bright work looking good up front. Convertible top would be manual. And I'll get that folded up so we can check that out before the video's over. We'll also start it up. Let's hear it run. Take a peek underneath the hood. All right, some of the things that are going to go along with this. We do have the side curtains / windows, I guess if you will. Front and rear, and then also the storage bags for them. So we have a car cover, cockpit cover, and then a couple manuals, workshop manual, restoration manual. So all of that will go along with the car, and this here lifts up. I believe this is where you put those panels for the side curtains for the windows. Rear mounted spare tire. Take a look at the chrome on the back bumper. Wire wheel for the spare also. That's matching the other four. Once again, all those still pictures, uniqueclassiccars.com. Little touch-up spot down here in the running board. And then I did notice we had a little bit of kind of checking or cracking on the paint up there. Not bad though. Paint has a nice shine to it. If you like these classic imports, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You never know what you're going to see come through here at Unique Classic Cars. Videos are uploaded daily. When the videos are uploaded, the vehicles in them are available to purchase. A few notes from the technician that looked at this one in our service department. Did mention that it brakes straight. Does have new front brake shoes. Rears are 90%. New front wheel cylinders. He did mention the speedo and the odometer were in op. Inner tie rods up front a little bit loose. There's a battery shutoff. Cool looking car. All right, let me see what the easiest way to start this up for you is. We got suicide doors, so it makes it a little difficult to get in with the camera. But let's go ahead, we can get in here. So, key gets turned on here. We do have a choke. And you pull on the starter right here. So let's see if we can get her fired up. I'd run that choke if I had 3 hands. There we go. A little tough with the camera in one hand. If you pull that choke and the starter at the same time, fired right up for me before. And here you can see your 4-speed manual transmission. Tell you what, if you have any stories or knowledge on these cars, leave it down below in the comments. This is literally the first real one that I have done with the pictures and the videos. I think it's the first real one we've had in. That is this model. Get an idea how it sounds. Cool sounding car. Let me go ahead and pause this a second. I want to get this hood popped open so we can check out at least one side of that engine bay. And then we'll get that convertible top folded up, check that out. Stick around to the very end. Jason will take it for a drive, show you how this one goes down the road. Alright, one of the hood panels open anyway, so here you can see battery disconnect I mentioned earlier, where the battery is mounted. There's that inline 4-cylinder. You'll be able to see any of the engine number and the card number stamping, any of the data plates in with the still pictures also. I'll go ahead and close this up too, and we'll pop that other side open. I'll show you the dual carb setup it has on the intake side. There's that dual carb side. And a little toolbox, if you will. So you have your mallet in there right here for taking off the wheels. Looks like we have a jack in there. What you may need if you had to change your tire to the spare. Pretty cool. It's just cool to see one of these with the engine up front, not in the back like a Volkswagen kit car. All right, I'll pause this again, flip that hood down. Those work slick, both those hood panels. Just push these buttons to release them, flip them up, get to the engine bay. All right, let me pause this a second. We'll get that convertible top up. All right, convertible top folded up, and I thought, well, I might as well hang those side curtains in there so you can see how those fit also. A little cave, you get everything put up and put on there. So black fabric top. Folds up pretty easy. Yeah, you got to put a little pressure on it when you screw the wing nuts up front so it tightens it down. But not a bad fit on those side curtains compared to a lot of these cars I've done that are similar to this. Around here in the passenger side. That one I might not have in there quite as good as it could be, but a little gap. And there's a little bit of a wear spot up here on the top, but overall, I think if you needed to keep you out of a brief shower, a little downpour is going to serve its purpose just fine. I have a feeling these cars not taking out much around here unless the weather is nice and the sun is out. All right, stick around. Jason's going to take it for a drive, show you how it goes down the road. It's 1954 MG TF, real deal. Motor up front and all steel. Call us, 507-386-1726, uniqueclassiccars.com. Yes, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, it's George from Motorhood Podcast at Unique Classic Cars.
Hey, and this is Jeremy, and we're here to tell you where you can find our podcast. So first off, on all the Audible platforms, including Spotify, iHeart, etc., and also right here on the YouTube channel where you can find all of our episodes,
as well as the rest of our shenanigans.
A few other fun things that we'll do.
And when in doubt,
gas it.
Welcome to Motorhood.
Today we're going for a ride in a beautiful 1954 MG. All the classic lines of this car, and it is a real MG. It's not a kit car. Usually what you'll see is a replica of these cars. Very smooth running car. Just pop the choke out for a second, turn the key, and pull the starter button, and it cranked right over and fired up easily and started running smoothly. Speedometer seems to be working. Water temperature is working. We're a quarter of the way up from cold right now. Those degrees are in Celsius. The amp meter is charging above half on the gauge, which is to the left of 0 on this car. Oil pressure between 50 and 60. That's excellent. I take that back. The speedometer has not moved yet. The tachometer is working. Brakes nicely. It is a cool day in Minnesota, and this car is without side glass. So if you hear any wind noise, it's the nature of the beast. Corners nicely, easy to steer. This is a 4-speed manual. We're in 4th already. This car would enjoy a lot of curvy back roads. So yes, indeed, the speedometer does not move, but the other gauges are working. A little bit of vibration from the wind, if you hear that. Also natural for this car. Very comfortable. So believe it or not, for such a small car, once I'm inside, I'm 6'1". I have enough leg room. I have enough room for my knees to shift. I have enough headroom. It is not uncomfortable in the least. And visibility is good. Check out all the pictures of this 1954 MG at uniqueclassiccars.com.